startup page. I'm going to show you how to draw a floor plan, a quick and easy floor plan, okay? Using this classroom as an example, all right? Now, there are some assumptions in terms of the measurements that I will make, like the windows, for example, and the size of this classroom, because it looks to be 5 meters there, 8 meters down, all right? And we're going to be using exactly what we see here to basically construct it accordingly. And as I always do, I didn't have to do either. All right, guys, now we can continue, can we? Okay, now this is that corner there, okay? And there should be a door here. And from there to that end here, it is 8 meters. So 8 divided by 50, if I'm using scale 1 to 50, it's going to be 160. So what I will do is, I will click on geometry, then I will say parallel line. All right? Then it will ask me by distance, I will then say yes. Okay? Again, you can see that it is still on the body because that was the first thing that you clicked first, right? It is on the body, right? So what you do is, you will notice the cross right on the left hand side of that body. You see it? That cross is your point for your pen, all right? It is also your position and where you're also going to be drawing from. So I want to go parallel to that vertical line along the right hand side. So that means I will go this other side using this particular cross to basically guide me, okay? So if I'm this side, I'm going to go parallel that way. But if I move this side now, I'm going to go parallel this way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I need to go 160 that side. So I'm going to click there again because the distance I said yes. It will ask me how many millimeters. I'll put there 160 and then I'll say enter. Now I'll have 160 millimeter line. Do you also have it? Yes. Now I started from above, then I'm working my way down below. So the horizontal line, I'm going to go parallel to it, but below 5 meters on the scale 1:50, that is going to be 100. So I'm going to put 100, then I'll say enter. Now I have my geometry line right down there below 100, yes. So now I have my 8 by 5 meter floor. Do you see it? Yes. Then I have my wall thickness, which is 220 millimeters. On a scale 1:50, that is going to be 4.4. So below there on that horizontal, 4.4. Next to that vertical, 4.4. Above 4.4, next 4.4. So 4.4 inside that that perimeter of your wall. Okay, so we're gonna have 4.4 all around. All right, guys. Now we can now say draw a line. Okay, using the geometry snap or the geometry intersection, which is the blue one. All right. With the dotted lines. You basically give a command right there above and then you say point to point lines. So you say draw a line and then the blue one here on the snaps, you will click it with the hidden details. Then you click on that one. Now that will allow you to draw the line between the 2 points where your geometries are basically intersecting. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing next. Now let's draw. Guys, we're gonna insert now this thing here, the door as well as the windows. So what I will do is, I will basically say geometry, parallel line, and then I'll say yes. Guys, I'm sure you've noticed now. It's always geometry, parallel lines, eh? It's always like that. The geometry allows you to draw the lines that you want to draw, okay? The geometry will control you as to where the lines are supposed to be, all right? Now, I'm going to click on the body so that it doesn't snap. And I will just measure off, let's say 5 millimeters, so that I'll get a position for my frame. And usually the door is 800 millimeters. On a scale, it is going to be 16 millimeters. Did you unmute? Yes, I did. On a scale, it is going to be 16 millimeters. So look at me, good people. The door is going to be from here to there. All right. That is where the door is going to be allocated. So what's the? I just made 5 millimeters there, and I made 16 millimeters because usually the door is 800 millimeters. Do not mind the distance for your windows. Use whatever you want to use. Me, I'll just say geometry parallel lines. Then I will measure 10 millimeters. I will measure off 20 millimeters. I will measure off 10 millimeters. I will measure off 30 millimeters. I will measure off 10 millimeters. I will measure off 30 millimeters. So I'm just saying, it's your windows. Do whatever it is that you want to do. Parallel lines, geometry. Parallel lines, geometry. Same thing. You don't do anything different, okay? And the distance between your windows, use whatever distance that you want to, right? Again, use your own discretion. How big do you want your windows to be? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? 800. If you want to make it 800, then divide it on a scale 1 is to 50, then use that distance. Parallel lines, whatever, okay? I'm gonna delete those horizontal lines. All right? You see, I've deleted that. Now I'm gonna say, excuse me, draw the line, geometry intersection. And then, there you go. 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 There is where my door is going to be allocated. There you go. This one can actually be in place. My window is going to be there. My wall. There. Okay. Accessorize with colors of the teams, which will be posted by Ms. Montgomery's window on Thursday. Thank you. Then you can include that. I think I'm going to be playing soccer on that day too. Yeah, so the coach is match. Yeah. Oh, but I want to come see that. I don't want to, I felt it you. Me and my big belly shame. I'm only good for 2 minutes, then I'm done. Bro, people can die. How do you use mouse? So you click it. You highlight the line, then you press delete. And yes, there's delete on a computer. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Now, we're going to have something like that at the end of the day, okay? Now, so that is what we have. You will find this on your MS Teams. In order for you to be able to insert your door and your windows, you will click Toolkit. Okay, please watch. You will click Toolkit, then Architectural, then you'll say Place Symbols. The symbols will pop here. All right. Now we want to place the door. You click on the door. Usually I choose DRS 115. I will click onto it. Then I will click on View. Now I'll be able to see the doors here and not the door frames. I will click on the door frame and I will click on the bedding, and the door is going to be placed anywhere. So look at how big my door is. So I will now say View, then I'll say Zoom on. Now I can see my entire door. Highlight that door, and then I'll be able to shrink it using that bedding there. And then I can drag it and put it where I will need it to be. Click on the magnifying glass, zoom in that spot that I want to zoom into. I can now take my door, drag it, place it there, and shrink it once more so that it becomes exactly what I want it to be. So there's your door. And the same thing you will do for your window, okay? Thank you so much, guys. I will see you tomorrow.